All right, welcome to yoga. It's going to be a stretchy class. We are going to focus in on shoulders and neck. That is an area we're going to look to, but the neck is really sensitive, so we're going to have to be very cautious here and only move in a way that is comfortable for you. We are going to start standing up. That's how we're going to start today. So come to the top of your mat and just take a moment to kind of feel into your feet. And I know that sounds really silly, but we move without much thought in the day. So I kind of want you just to play around with that feeling of moving between the heels and the toes, just rocking backwards and forwards. If you feel daring, I invite you just to close off your eyes, just to notice that feeling between moving the weight between the balls and the heels of the feet. And then when you're ready, just begin to just calm that rocking backwards and forwards down and just find a spot where you know that you have placed your weight equally across the 3 points of the foot, little toe, big toe, and heel. Okay, and once we're there, just going to settle into the body. Think about anchoring down and pushing through the feet to find length through the body. In yoga, our feet provide our connection to our mat. So that is the foundation of everything we're working with. We're going to push through the feet. We're going to think about having those strong legs. We don't want to lock those knees out, but we're thinking about engaging through the quads. We're drawing the belly in, bringing the shoulders towards the ears, and then roll them all the way back down. And then always an option here to keep those eyes closed if you feel happy to do so, or just soften the gaze down. We want to just think about just dipping the chin very, very slightly towards the chest so that we can lengthen through the neck. And then once we're there, we're just going to take some even breathing so that we can really begin to connect our breath with our body and our movement for today. Always an option to take hand to chest, hand to belly if you prefer to breathe into something and get a response back. Alternatively, hands can be down by the side of you and you can just simply be. Okay, so if my breath pattern doesn't match yours, do your own. And let's begin. We're going to take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The breath is smooth and even. Check in with the posture. Can you push down through the feet? Can you draw the crown of the head up towards the ceiling? Take a breath here. Maybe set yourself an intention for today's class. Maybe simply just being pretty proud of yourself that you've found the time to get here today. We're going to take the hands high above the head. Open up the eyes if you would like to. Take the gaze high, open through the throat. And then take the right hand down, left arm reaches all the way over. Find some space through that left side body. Push the left hip over towards the wall. Gaze can come to the ceiling. And then switch out. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up to the ceiling. and then all the way over. Keep those shoulders leveled off. Push their right hip towards that wall. Push down through that right foot. Get a little bit more space through that right side body. Gaze is going to come wherever's going to feel good for you. And then release back up. Here we go. Take the arms high. Lift up out of the waist. Take the gaze to the ceiling. Spread through the fingers. And this time round, right hand comes down, left arm comes over. And then if you're happy to, we can take that left foot just behind the right, pushing the hip over to the left hand side. Gaze comes wherever's going to feel good for you. Keep that left shoulder back and open, lifting the crown of the head up, just finding space through that left side body. Okay, back up to center, switch out, feet come side by side, right arm lifts up, find space, come all the way over the top. And then if you're happy here, right ankle can come behind the left, pushing that right hip towards that right side wall, gazing wherever's going to feel good, lifting the chest, lifting the crown of the head. Find as much space as you've got. And then back to center. Take those feet side by side, hip distance apart. Beautiful. Arms come high. Take the hands to the back of the head, gazing open the throat. And then chin moves in towards chest, elbows in towards ears. And we're going to slowly ground down the spine. Take a soft bend into the knees. Really taking your time here. Once you're down low, chest moves in towards the thighs. Imagine the sit bones looking up towards the ceiling. Use the exhale to move the chest closer in towards the thighs. Find that stretch across the shoulders, through the spine and into the hamstrings. If the toes are gripping, then just come up a little bit higher. Push through the feet. We're going to come and stack each vertebrae on top of one another. Keep those knees nice and soft. Once we're there, we open up. Chest lifts, elbows lift. Chin reaches to the ceiling. Okay, let's go again. We're going to start to take the chin to chest, elbows to ears. Slowly, as those elbows draw to one another, we start to lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Soft bend through the knees. Crown of the head reaching between the toes. Sit bones looking up towards the ceiling, chest moving towards thighs, elbows reaching towards one another, strong stretch across the shoulders. Use an exhale, move chest towards thighs. And then push through the feet, soft bend through the knees, come all the way up slowly and carefully, taking your time. Elbows out. From here, we're going to drop the right elbow and lift the left elbow. Finding that space through the side body, keep the shoulders level. You start to find that one is dropping forward, just come up a little bit higher. Back to center, right elbow lifts and left elbow drops. And once again, if the elbow comes forward, we lift up, come back so that we're nice and level. And then back up to standing. Let's take the hands nice and high, reach up out of the waist and then find a forward fold. Hinge from the hips, chest moves down towards the thighs. Take a strong bend through those knees. Chest on the thighs this time. Sit bones moving towards the ceiling. Crown of the head reaching towards those big toes. When you're happy, start to lengthen the backs of the legs. We're not locking out the knees, but we do want to encourage a little bit of length here. But go to your comfortable place. What's comfortable for one will not be comfortable for all. Take a moment here. We're going to take opposite elbows. Take hold of those elbows, whichever way round, because we'll switch it out in a minute. Just soften the knees and take a sway from side to side. If you need to widen the stance for extra stability, then go ahead and do that. And imagine the crown of the head reaching down. Can the chest touch the thighs? Really find that length through the spine, really finding that length through the backs of the legs. Okay, I'm going to switch the elbow grip out, take the other one. Swaying from side to side if that feels good. And then coming back to center, we're going to just shake the head no. Nice and carefully. Nod the head yes. And then take those hands towards the mat. I'm going to start to just pedal out the heels, lifting one then the other. If you need to lift the mat to your hands, pop a block underneath. Okay, and then from here, we're going to slowly stack each vertebrae and come all the way back up. Okay. Bring the hands up towards the ceiling, lifting up out of the waist. We're going to sink down into a chair. We want to tuck the tailbone and sink a little lower. Arms are up by the ears, draw the core in. And then from here, we're going to open that, take the hands together, and then just bring the chest round to center. We're not going very far. We're just using the obliques to hold ourselves here. Come back to center, take the arms high, release the legs, take a breath. Sit back down, find your chair, tuck the tailbone, weight into the heels, hands to center. Lengthen, find space through the spine, bring the hands round towards the left side. Keep that right knee back in line with the left. Back to center, hands come to the ceiling. Lift up, take a moment, and then a forward fold. Hinge from the hips, take the hands towards the mat. Remember, always an option to bend into the knees if you need to. From here, take a half lift, hands to shins, lengthen the crown of the head forward. You look like a table from the side. Little bit of extra work here. Release the hands behind you, palms up. Think about lifting the chest ever so slightly whilst the sit bones are moving towards the back of the room. The shoulder blades are as far back and down as they can be. Take a forward fold. Okay. Coming up slowly, carefully, all the way up, vertebrae at a time. Nice. Hands come high. When you're ready, we sit back into our chair. Sitting back, tuck the tailbone, sink a little lower. This time round, hands come to center. We're going to turn the chest to the right side, releasing left hand down, right arm lifts, gazing wherever's going to feel good, maybe to the hand, top hand, maybe to the side wall. Close the hands off. Push through the hands, get that deep bind as you begin to push against that left elbow against the right knee. Slowly back to center, hold your chair, sink low, and then come all the way to standing. From here, take a forward fold, hinge from the hips. Bring the crown of the head towards the big toes. Always an option to take a deep bend through the backs of the legs. Whatever's going to make it feel more comfortable. In that forward fold, just take a little bit of a rock between toes and heels, noticing how that feels different through the backs of the legs. Hands to shins, take a half lift, lengthening crown of the head towards the front wall. And then if you're happy to, release the hands behind you, palms up, lifting that chest ever so slightly. You look like the most perfect table. You may even risk a glass of champagne between the shoulder blades. Maybe not. Take a forward fold here. Crown of the head reaching towards the big toes. Soften the knees, push through the feet, come all the way back up to standing. And let's go again. We reach up to the ceiling, take a chair position. Heels take the weight, tuck the tailbone, sink a little lower, arms alongside the ears if we have the flexibility for that. Hands come to center, lift the chest, and then twist to the left. And then this time round, right hand can come down and left hand can lift. Draw that right knee back alongside the left. Gaze can come wherever's going to feel good. I promise you, the lower you sit into the heels, the easier it becomes. I promise you that. Gazing to the ceiling or to the side wall. And then close the hands off, push down. Elbow comes to the outside of that left knee. We find some space here. Release, come back, sit in your chair for a moment because you are strong. And then come all the way back up, lifting up. Okay, from here, let's take a forward fold. Hinge from the hips, we come down, crown of the head reaching towards the big toes. I'm going to take a moment or two here, just finding that release through the backs of the legs. Hands to shins, we've been here before. Start to lift the crown of the head towards that front wall. Release the hands behind you, lifting the palms ever so slightly, lifting the chest. You are the most perfect table. And then take a forward fold. Slowly, carefully stacking, each vertebrae coming all the way back up. Find that chair position, sink down, tuck the tailbone. From here, bring the hands to center. We're going to bind left elbow to the outside of that right knee. We're going to come into a lunge. I want you to think about train tracks rather than tight ropes, okay? So that left toe, you're going to come and lift the heel on the left side, toes are down. You can take lots of little steps back, or you can take one confident step back with that left foot. I don't mind what you do or how you get there, but we're going to be in a twisted lunge. Push back that back heel, nice strong back leg. Draw the hands around to the center of the chest. If you want, lower left arm down, right arm's going to lift. Now hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Close the hands off if they are open. Slowly, carefully bring that left foot back in. Bring the hands back round. You are in your chair. Tuck the tailbone. And then release. Bring the hands up. Take a breath here. Take a forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Bring the chest down towards the thighs. Moving from toes to heels. Okay, take a half lift. We've been here before. Hands to shins, crown of the head reaching forward. We can release the hands behind us, palms up. Lift that chest just a little bit. Sit bones moving back towards that back wall. Find as long a spine as you have. Suck that belly in, sit bones move back, forward fold. Slowly, carefully soften through the knees, bring yourself back up to standing. Once we're here, hands come high, sit back into the chair. You've been here before. Is this familiar now? Tuck the tailbone lower down. Hands come to center. Once you're here, come to the toes on the right side. We're going back to our train tracks, not tightrope. Once you're happy here, we're going to take a large step back with that right foot. I think I let you off the hook here, didn't I? Right hand's going to come down, left hand's going to open. Find that twist. Push back with that right heel, strong back leg. Lifting the gaze if you want to the side wall or to the ceiling. Drawing those ribs around. And then closing the hands off. Push through the hands, find that length through the spine. Slowly, carefully bring that right foot back in. We're in our chair pose. Nice. And then bring yourself all the way back out. Standing tall. Take a breath here. Okay. We're going to take a forward fold, hinging from the hips. Bring yourself down towards your mat, crown of the head reaching towards the big toes. Okay, going to take that left foot back, right foot's going to stay forward. Going to come up into a high lunge, push back with that back heel, really strong pose here. We want a strong back leg, bend into that right knee, shorten the stance if you feel wobbly. We're going to take the arms high, roll in those pinky fingers, and then draw the shoulder blades away from the ears. Find that stretch across the shoulders. From here, take the right arm underneath the left. Hands come together. Draw the elbows forward and down. Find your eagle arms. If you are tight across the shoulders, take opposite shoulders instead. Elbows moving forward and down, gazing through the hands. Keep pushing back with that back heel. Keep that front knee bent. Core is engaged. We're strong. Releasing the hands. Take the arms high. Find the cactus arms. Draw those elbows down. Arms at right angles as we squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then hands are going to come down. Right foot comes back to join left. Find yourself in a plank pose. We won't be here long, always an option to come to knees. Push through the hands, separate those shoulder blades, gazing between the hands. Think about the belly button lifting towards the top of the mat. Glutes are strong, heels push back. And then take the knees as wide as the mat. Find a narrow, wide-legged child's pose. Sink the bottom back towards the heels, forehead towards the mat. Spider up the fingertips, lift through the palms. Belly falls between the thighs. Heart rate slowing, and breath softening. We're going to walk the hands towards the right side. Left hand places on top of the right, and then drop into that left shoulder. And then we walk our hands through center, over to the left. Right hand places on top of the left. We just drop into that right shoulder. As we do, push into the hand, see if that right, we can anchor into that right heel. Okay, and then coming all the way back to center. Come into a table, draw the knees underneath the hips, hands are down under the shoulders, and we're going to tuck the toes and find our way into a plank. If you have had enough of this and you want to keep your knees down, that is absolutely fine too. Push through the heels, draw the belly button towards the top of the mat, hands push down, we separate the shoulder blades. We're just going to hang out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, that left foot is going to come through the hands, and we're going to come up into a high lunge. Push back with that back heel. We need to shorten the stance, then do. Think train tracks, not tightrope. We want to be really stable here. Back heel pushes back. We keep a nice bend into that left knee. Take the arms high. Roll those pinky fingers towards one another to just open up the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. We take the gaze to the ceiling if we have the balance for it. And we breathe. Okay, I'm going to release the arms. Left arm comes under right. Hands come together. Draw the elbows forward and down. If we're tight in the shoulders, take opposite shoulders instead. Keep that front knee bent. Keep pushing back through that back heel, strong back leg. And then releasing, take those arms into cactus arms. Elbows at right angles. Draw the shoulder blades together. Open across the chest. And then the gaze can come high. And then we're going to take those hands down. From here, take the knee down underneath the hip. We come into a table. And then we're going to walk the hands forward. The hips are going to stay over the knees. We're heading to puppy pose. Draw the chest down. Bottom stacks over the top of the knees. We find this beautiful openness through that front body. Forehead down. If you have space, hands can come together. We can pass the hands over the top of the head for the thumbs to touch the nape of the neck. Spread through those fingers. Find a stretch across the shoulders. And if you're happy here, extend that right leg away. Push through the heel. And release. Bring that right knee back in. If you're happy and balanced, left leg can come away from you. Push through the heel. And release. Hands going to come back down. Just walking those hands back in. We're going to find ourselves into a table pose. Set yourself up that hands are underneath the shoulders and knees are underneath the hips. Okay, and then from here, we're going to take that right hand to the back of the head. Elbow is going to lift, and we're going to open that elbow to the right and then draw it across to the left elbow. And we'll open for 5 as we close, for 4, and close, 3, close, 2, and close, and 1, and we close. As we come back out, we extend that right arm high, and then from here, we're going to thread that right arm underneath the left to rest on top of that right shoulder. The bottom stacks over the top of the knees. The left hand can walk away from you. Spider up those fingertips. Find that stretch across the shoulder on that left side. And then pushing through that left hand, we're going to come all the way back out. This time round, setting yourself back up into your table. We take the left hand to the outside of the head. We lift that left elbow and then come and bring it towards that right elbow. And we open for 5 and close. For 4 and close. 3 and close. For 2 and close. And 1 and close. Let's open back out, release the left arm high, gaze comes wherever's going to feel good. And then that left arm threads underneath the right, rest on the outside of that left shoulder. Right hand can walk in front of you. Spider up those right fingertips. Okay, push down through that right hand. Come back into your table. Hands are going to come down. From here, we're going to find ourselves into a hovered table. Tuck the toes, engage the core, and just lift the knees from the mat. If you are not into this and you do not want any core, you can keep those knees down. That is absolutely fine. You're just going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the chest to the thighs, sit right back into those heels, find the stretch on the underside of the feet. And then float the bottom high. We're going to pedal the heels out, one at a time, finding your downward facing dog. Find your resting pose, sinking those heels towards the mat. Take a nice bend into the knees to lengthen through the spine. Neck is relaxed. Hands push down into the mat. The elbow creases look at one another and the triceps wrap round. And the belly is trying to meet the thighs. Right leg lifts high, 3-legged dog. Right elbow high, no, right knee on the high on the right elbow. Across to the left side, over to the right. 3-legged dog. 2 more. Right knee, right elbow. To the left, to the right, and away. Keep sinking that left heel towards the mat. Last one, right knee high on the right elbow. To the left, to the right, and to the ceiling. Take that right foot down. Pause here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth, releasing breath. Let's go on the other side. Left leg lifts. Left knee high on that left elbow. Right side, left side and away. 2 more. That's it. Left knee, left elbow. Right side, left side and away. Last one. Left knee, left elbow. Right side, left side and away. Bring that left foot down. Pause here. Bring yourself into a plank, nice and high. And then breathe the weight forward, elbows close to the body, lower down, untuck the toes. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We take an inhale, we lift the hands, we lift the chest, we lift the feet, squeeze the glutes, lifting, lengthening. Find as much space in that back body as you've got. Imagine belly button reaching towards the top of the mat, and we lower. Inhale, we lift, squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows reaching back and down. And we inhale, we lift, and we lower. 2 more. We take an inhale, we lift, and we lower. Last one here. We're going to take an inhale, we're lifting, and we lower down. Make a pillow with the hands, rest the head down. Windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. And then the feet come down to the mat. We're going to use the right arm or the forearm as our kickstand. Push down. From here, left foot's going to come in. Take hold of that shoelace side of the left foot. Squeeze the glutes. Bring the belly button towards the top of your mat. Find space through that front body. Keep both hips touching the mat. If you find you're beginning to roll over, then use a strap to hook your foot to bring it closer in towards you. You want to keep that weight evenly spread through the hips. Keep that belly button reaching high to take the pressure off of the lower back. We've got our elbow stacked underneath our shoulder so we can find some space. And then release. Switch the hands out. Left hand comes down. Use that left forearm as your kickstand. Right foot comes in. Take that shoelace side of that right foot. Again, we want those hips both touching the mat. If you start to have to move over towards one side, please use a strap. Reaching the belly button high towards the top of the mat. We've got space through the lower back. Finding that deep stretch through the quad on that right side. Glutes squeezing, hips pushing down. And then releasing. Just make a little pillow with the hands once again. Just take a moment just to move those legs from side to side. Bit of a windscreen washer leg. Just releasing any tension that grew in the lower back. When you're ready, we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to engage the core and the glutes. And we're going to lift up through plank in 3, 2, and 1. And then take a down dog. Use this opportunity to pedal through the heels, wiggle through the bottom, using this moment just to start to reset the body. And then bringing the knees to the mat, tuck the cross over the ankles and bring the legs out in front of you. We're going to make our way into our final Savasana, bringing the back down onto the mat. Just draw the knees in towards the chest and make some circles on that lower back. Just settling the body, slowing everything down. And then when you're ready, you can extend that left leg away. Just draw the right knee in towards that right shoulder. Switch out, right leg extends, left knee comes in towards the shoulder. And then repeat, bring that right knee in, left leg extends. And then last one here, left knee comes in, right leg disappears. Releasing both feet, bring the feet flat and just allow the knees to just drop one side and then the other. Really allowing the body to settle, honoring whatever it is needing right now. And then beginning to settle into your space that you are happy to rest in for the next moment or two. Maybe popping on a blanket or a jumper. Settling into the breath. And then maybe this is a moment you're happy to close off the eyes. And then start to notice the breath coming in and the breath leaving the body. And our relaxation today will be focused on a quiet evening. I want you to imagine you are out on your deck. The sun has just set. The sky is a combination of magical colours. And you are sat on a swinging chair, cocooned in blankets. The pillow just gently and securely holds your head. With every exhale, you can feel yourself succumbing to the warmth, whilst your nose and cheeks feel the chill of the evening air. You breathe in, and as you do, you can feel the cool air move through your body. As you exhale a long and steady breath, you can see that foggy breath leaving your body and disappearing in the distance. There aren't any sounds really to note. Maybe the gentle movement of some leaves in the tree. Maybe the sound of you gently moving against those blankets with every inhale and exhale. The fabric moves with you. You breathe in, you breathe out, and you fall deeper into a state of relaxation with nothing but the darkening sky above you. And then before long, you notice that you are starting to drift away. The heaviness moves through the body. The peace flows through you. And you realize it must be time to make way and back into the house and back into your bed. You take a last deep inhale here and exhale that releasing breath. You begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers, realizing the space that you hold. And then slowly you start to stretch through one side of the body and then the other. Just pulsing through one side, then the other, and find some space, some motivation to begin to bring your awareness back to now. And then slowly and carefully, you make those bold steps from the warmth of your bed or your bedding towards the cooler house. When you're ready, come back to seated, and I will see you there.